Right now, residents in Marshall are back inside their homes. What we know about this afternoon's gas leak that briefly evacuated them. Plus, a massive theft at Westtown Mall, what was stolen and what police say it was worth. And Capitol High School celebrating all of its students under the same roof. We go inside the brand new building helped paid for by voters. That's all coming up at 10. Thanks for joining us. Residents in parts of Marshall were told to stay away from their homes for several hours tonight as crews repaired a gas leak. It was first reported shortly after 4 this afternoon off Highway 19. Marshall police say utility work was being done when a gas line was struck. It took We Energy's crews about 4.5 hours to make a fix. One neighborhood was evacuated for the time, with residents there sent to Marshall High School to wait it out. A man we spoke to there says he first realized the severity of the situation when he saw all the emergency vehicles on his way home.
It wasn't just like a police car, it was like entire fire station ladder trucks, whatever, blocking it. And then got home for like 10-15 minutes and the fireman was there telling us that he was evacuating the whole neighborhood.
That story matches what another person told us about her and her daughter getting a knock on the door telling them to get out.
And she saw the lights out in front of our house and she wasn't sure what it was. So she went over and opened the door and they said, you need to evacuate because there's a gas main break.
It was around 8:30 when crews reopened the road and residents were allowed back into their homes. Brand new tonight, Madison police say a pair of burglars stole more than $100,000 worth of rings from a jewelry store inside Westtown Mall. Police learned about the theft yesterday morning and are just now sharing information on it. They say 2 people entered the mall and cut the security gate of the jewelry store to get inside. Then they smashed a display case, stealing more than $100,000 in rings. No arrests have been made, but detectives are reviewing digital evidence. Anyone with information is asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. That phone number is 608-266-6014. A Stoughton Middle School was evacuated this afternoon due to a bomb threat, but authorities say nothing suspicious was found inside. Students and staff at River Bluff Elementary were evacuated and moved to another location shortly after 1:15. Police cleared the building about 2 hours later, saying no suspicious devices were found inside. Stoughton police and the school district aren't sharing information about where the threat came from. Turning to the temperatures outside now, it's not quite as cold tonight as we were last night. In fact, temperatures could get back into the 40s by tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti shares what's ahead in the first foreign forecast. Gary?
Charlotte, I'll go even farther. I'll say they should hit the 40s tomorrow and for Thursday. As we look at the time lapse from the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, you see we had clear skies through much of the morning and into the afternoon before some serious clouds started moving in from the west. But usually that's a sign that there's warmer air aloft. And right now, high-resolution radar not showing anything across southern Wisconsin. There have been some snow showers up in the northern part of the state. High temperatures today only in the lower 20s. 23 the best we can do in Madison, 25 in Janesville. Most areas hit the 20-degree mark, but right now most areas are in the upper teens. Madison's actually gone up a degree in the last hour to 19 from 18, and temperatures are now in the lower 20s in Prairie du Chien. Here in Dane County, most areas still in the teens, although it's 20 in Stoughton and Edgerton, also 20 in Cross Plains. You factor in the winds, we're still looking at wind chills in the single digits, but those winds are out of the southwest. And by tomorrow morning, temperatures will go from where they are now around 20 to probably in the middle 20s. And like I say, probably looking at temperatures in the lower 40s for the next couple of days. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that does include some chances for rain and snow over the weekend.
Today was the start of a trial for a 22-year-old man accused of sexually assaulting a woman on State Street last year. Ivan Smart has been charged with second-degree sexual assault. Prosecutors say he and another man groped a woman in July of 2022 near a bar. The pair then forced her into a vehicle driving away. She fought back, eventually escaping from the car. Smart was arrested 3 days after the assault. 26-year-old Fred Rushing was identified as the second man involved. He was arrested earlier this year, but charges against him were dropped last week. Prosecutors indicate he'll testify against Smart during the trial. New at 10, police say 2 women were arrested in Madison Friday after a Metro bus driver was punched in the face. Officers were called to the South Transfer Point station after a driver reported the assault. They say surveillance video shows Paige Petrie punching the driver in the face. A second woman, Tisha Trott, caused a disturbance while officers tried to arrest Petrie. Both women ended up getting arrested. Tonight, the ribbon was cut, marking the official opening of Capitol High School, one of Madison's public alternative schools. Arman Rahman was there to check out the new features and how students there say it'll help them grow.
Charlotte, since it started as an alternative school for disengaged students, Capitol High has been split up into 3 sites: Capitol High East, West, and Parenting. But they would all set up within existing schools or district buildings. After voters approved MMSD's historic referendum in 2020, Capitol High students are now all under one roof.
New identity, new expectations.
On the surface, some of the features of Capitol High's new identity include a brand new gym with a basketball hoop.
All right, let's head on down here.
A culinary lab.
And so they have their own kitchen space.
And daycare space.
We have an art space. We have a digital production room, which is not currently in use, but that's something that we're looking to use here in the future. And the commons area is probably going to be the most popular hangout, which is designed to kind of mimic a college dorm lobby.
But for students, it's not just about those new features. They were among the 4,000 who took the district's survey to make sure the space was built for them.
Students had a voice, teachers had a voice, community had a voice, and this is the finished product.
I really just like my math class and my child parenting class. It's very convenient and it's helpful. It's quick, you get to your classes fast. It's not really too much of a hassle.
McCalla Johnson knew someone who attended one of the old Capitol High schools. She got an email about an opening at this new location.
I kind of figured it was going to help me if I wanted to go to college and start a career and things like that.
Principal Chukudebe hopes this new space can cater to students like McCalla.
You're looking at a smaller school, smaller programs, to the point where every adult kind of knows your name, kind of knows your story, is familiar with the family.
McCalla says she's ready to pursue an education career, something she didn't think was possible before.
Because I've been to East High School, La Folla High School, it's not really the same. There is a lot of great teachers and a lot of great people at those places, but this is more it's more of a smaller environment, and it's easier to get help if you need help.
The doors opened September of this school year, roughly a year after construction began at the former Hoyt School building on Regent Street. Students can be referred, but the principal tells me a majority enroll after filling out an interest form.
The Wisconsin DNR was expecting a lower harvest for this year's gun deer hunting season, and it was right. It's reporting a decrease of more than 17% in deer harvested this season compared to last year. A total of 173,942 deer were harvested by hunters during the 9-day season, which ended Sunday night. Hunters in northern Wisconsin saw the steepest declines. The lack of snowfall and warmer temperatures played a role in the decreased harvest. 99-year-old former President Jimmy Carter made a rare public appearance to pay his respects at the memorial service of his beloved wife and former First Lady Rosalind Carter. Ivan Rodriguez takes us to today's service.
The remarkable life of Rosalind Carter celebrated. Former President Jimmy Carter, who is 99 and receiving hospice care, joining other U.S. presidents, past and present, for a memorial service Tuesday in honor of his late wife.
Wife, mother, business manager, political strategist, diplomat, advocate, author. Yet what I remember most about her was her tireless dedication to taking care of others.
Rosalind Carter left an indelible mark on the office of the First Lady. The first to take an office in the East Wing, she attended cabinet meetings, stood in for her husband on the campaign trail, embarked on diplomatic missions, and advanced policy, remaking the role for everyone who followed.
What we witnessed was a First Lady who saw her role as going well beyond the essential, warm, and welcoming host.
Together, she and her husband also revolutionized life after the White House, devoting their time to innumerable humanitarian efforts, working tirelessly to advance human rights and world peace.
Rosalind's compassion and empathy for those who are suffering was boundless.
The legacy of the trailblazing former First Lady carried on through her children, grandchildren, and the countless others she touched throughout her extraordinary life.
Because of Rosalind Carter, millions of lives are better off. What a gift she left.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Calls grow louder for New York Congressman George Santos to be removed from Congress. Today, outside the Capitol, protesters unveiled a 15-foot Santos balloon. On the balloon, a red tie that reads "Full of Lies." A bipartisan House Ethics Committee released a scathing report earlier this month, finding evidence that he broke federal laws, stole from his campaign, and delivered a constant series of lies to get elected.
You all want a soundbite. This is the third time we're going through this. I don't care. I was sent here by the people of the 3rd District of New York. I represent them, not the political class in Washington, D.C. If they want to send me home, if they think this was a fair process, if they think this is how it should be done, and if they're confident that this is a constitutional way of doing it, God bless their hearts.
Is it inevitable?
An expulsion vote could come later this week. More local stories are ahead at 10. A Paralympian is in town sharing the importance of inclusive play. We'll show you her efforts to educate members of Madison's parks divisions about creating play for people of all abilities.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday Extended event going on now. Join us for more unbeatable Black Friday-like deals store-wide while supplies last. Like over 65% off these velvet animal throws, just $7.99. Over 55% off this vacuum sealer starter kit, $49.99. Women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections half price. And get a free $15 gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan pet food. Don't miss your last chance to save with extended Black Friday-like deals at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Ellie Goulding is on the Jennifer Hudson Show.
The second I got here, it's just been the best vibes.
Plus, Nick DiGiovanni gives me a cooking lesson.
So how much do you cook?
Not at all. Being on this show is the most I can cook.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
New tonight, the University of Wisconsin-Platteville has announced that Paul Erickson has been appointed as the new interim athletic director. This comes in the wake of the unexpected passing of athletic director Dr. Christina Navarro-Krupka. Erickson has been with the school since 1996 in a variety of roles with the athletic department. In a statement, he says, "I can't think of a better way to honor my colleague and friend Christina Navarro-Krupka than continuing her legacy of excellence in the athletic department." Play is more fun when everyone can get involved. Today, former Team USA Paralympian Jill Moore showed Madison Parks Division staff why inclusive play is so important. Madison is home to 4 inclusive playgrounds at public parks. There are a few more at some city schools like Southside Elementary. That's where Moore showed off how the playground equipment can be used by people of all different abilities. She says inclusive play is a topic growing in popularity and people want to learn how to do it the right way.
I mean, the goal of an inclusive space is to create something that's just right for everybody. We never want to create a space that calls people out for their needs or what they need to be supported. An inclusive space just has something that's going to be equally as fun for me as all my friends.
Inclusive play spaces use rubber surfaces instead of wood chips. Playground equipment also has transfer stations for children in wheelchairs. Madison's Renenbaum, Elver, Brittingham, and Warner Parks all have inclusive playgrounds. Today was the biggest day of the year for nonprofits in Wisconsin and nationwide, Giving Tuesday. Amidst all of the holiday shopping, they asked you to think of donating. The Literacy Network here in Madison provides English language classes as well as individual tutoring sessions to adult students. In the last year, they say they've provided services to a record 1,300 English language learners. Without donors, they couldn't attend to their students' needs.
Some of the students come to us to get their citizenship and to be able to vote. Others come to us to get their GED or HACD to move on to the next level, which is the college.
Last year, the Literacy Network received $17,000 on Giving Tuesday. In the upcoming year, they hope to add a new class to their schedule with any funds that come in. To donate to the Literacy Network or another local nonprofit, just visit channel3000.com. Culver's is bringing back a fan favorite holiday treat, plus introducing a new one this season. This is the new frozen cocoa shake. It joins the frozen cocoa concrete mixer to serve up holiday cheer for customers. Both treats are made with vanilla custard and hot cocoa mix topped with whipped cream. They're available from now until February 4th at Culver's locations nationwide. Well, if you are a parent of a teenager, sometimes it can be tricky to understand what exactly they're saying. The slang just keeps on evolving. Online language learning platform Preply is out with its survey of the most commonly used slang terms teens use. Are you ready for this? Some of them are pretty easy to figure out. Sus is short for suspicious. And if someone is salty, they're upset about something. Then there are some more difficult to understand terms. Cap is another word for lying. And simp is when someone does too much for someone they like. There's also mid, a word used to insult or degrade something, labeling it as average or poor. 3 in 5 parents say they try to keep up with slang, but only 2% knew every word on the list. Well, there is nothing mid about Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalte's forecast.
I want to say something about this because, you know, I grew up in a little different generation. And I, of course, have a ham radio license back in the days where you had to learn Morse code. And so in Morse code, you've got, you know, little abbreviations like YL for young lady, or in your case, XYL for extra young lady if you were married. But a poor ham radio operator is called a lid. Not a mid, but a lid. A lid. So that's why I'll always remember mid now, because it's very much like lid, which you don't want to be. I know I don't know what the term for a poor meteorologist is, but
well,
let's hope
they never develop a lingo
hopefully
for
that doesn't come up.
Thanks everybody for coming to Gary's TED Talk.
Right, there we go. Okay, well, let's start out by taking a look at our weather picture for tonight. This is from Columbus, showing the snow on the ground from Linda Triggs. The trees are all lined up. Those will look pretty if you put some holiday lights on them. Send us your winter pictures, your holiday lights displays. Send those into right through our First Warn Weather and Traffic app. You can take a picture and send it in there, or you can send it email through First Warn at WISC-TV.com, and we'll highlight one every single night. Plenty of snow over the last 24 hours, downwind from the Great Lakes. This is snow vision snowfall estimates just over the last 24 hours. You can see southwestern Michigan, northwestern lower Michigan, across Lake Huron into Ontario, and then especially downwind from Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. The winds generally from west to east or west-southwest to east-northeast, and that just dumped the snow just south of Buffalo, New York, up to a foot of snow there. In this area here, near Watertown, north of Rochester, Minnesota, that area might have seen as much as 2 feet of snow. Closer to home, though, you can see Wisconsin really didn't see any snow here, other than some flurries up in the northern part of the state, some lake effect snows, making it in across upper Michigan and even into Door County. But southern Wisconsin right now, free of precipitation. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. We're going to see mild weather with high temperatures in the 40s for tomorrow and for Thursday. In fact, the 10-day temperature trend shows high temperatures, lower 40s next couple of days, back to around average for Friday and Saturday. The average high temperature goes from 38 down to 34, and then we're back up to around 40 degrees for the end of the weekend, and then the early part or the end part of next week. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook calling for above normal temperatures pretty much for the entire country, with the highest probabilities just out to our west across the western northern plains, and precipitation expected to be above normal near the U.S.-Canadian border down to the south. That's where the below normal precipitation is expected. And you can see on Weather Track tonight, other than the lake effect snows here and a storm system that will be coming into the Pacific Northwest, much of the country is precipitation free, and that's good news. I think the next couple of days will be dry. We could see some rain and snow showers as we head toward the weekend. Planning your day tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. A few clouds, temperatures already in the lower 20s. They start rising up, and then as we get the sunshine, by lunchtime we're in the mid-30s and look for high temperatures in the lower 40s by late afternoon. Across Dane County, planning your day, 34 in Brooklyn, but 37 in Cottage Grove and 41 for the high temperature in Middleton. Here in Madison, looking for a high of 41 with mostly sunny skies and a milder day. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, 41 on Thursday, 37 on Friday. Maybe a few snow showers Friday night. Saturday, a chance of rain and snow showers, highs in the upper 30s. Sunday, maybe a rain snow shower mix early in the day. Most of the day will be dry with a high of 40. And then some rain and snow showers Sunday night into Monday morning. High of 40 on Monday. Temperatures mid-30s for Tuesday and Wednesday, and back up into the low 40s for the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, Super Sarah, the latest honor Sarah Franklin took home, and why it comes as no surprise. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Campbell's Condensed Soup, just 99 cents. Red Baron Pizza, 3 for just $9. And 8-ounce Hy-Vee Choice Reserve New York Strips, only $4.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now, lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Save big money right now at Menards. Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 16-pack of AA and AAA batteries are just $9.99. Always give your pet the best with Merrick grain-free dog food. It's made with real ingredients from right here in the U.S. to provide your pet with a balanced nutrition. Pick up a bag for $76.98. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard,
We make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Get everyday Perks prices at Hy-Vee. Bananas, H-Perks price, 39 cents a pound. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, H-Perks price, $1.99. And Hy-Vee butter, H-Perks price, $2.98. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
We knew it was coming. We just were hoping that Braylon Allen would stick around Madison a little longer. The junior running back made it official. He's declaring for the NFL draft, and he's not going to play in Wisconsin's bowl game either. During his 3 years as a Badger, Allen rushed for 3,494 yards and 35 touchdowns. Agent Zero finished his career 9th on UW's all-time rushing list and said playing for Wisconsin has been one of the greatest honors of his life. It's no secret Sarah Franklin is one of the best, not only in the Big Ten, but in the country. And these last 2 days have proved that point. Monday, she was named the conference's Player of the Week. And Tuesday, Franklin was named the AVCA National Player of the Week for her 30-kill, 3-block, and 15-dig performance against Nebraska and Iowa. The last Badger to win that award, none other than Dana Redke. After splitting with Alaska Anchorage last weekend, the Wisconsin men's hockey team skates back into Big Ten play when they welcome Ohio State to the Kohl Center on Friday. The Badgers entered the game with 12 points in the standings, while the Buckeyes dead last with 0. But that doesn't matter to Mike Hastings. His message is clear. Ohio State is not to be taken lightly.
I think what they're going to bring is they're going to be hungry because they're looking for points in our league. And from top to bottom, there isn't a soft weekend when you play in league play. And I don't think that's going to be any different. We've got to go back to just defending our home ice. But for us, we're still focusing a little bit on what we have to do as opposed to who we're playing. But I do think Ohio State's going to come in here with an attitude.
High school girls hoops, Sun Prairie hosting Verona in a Big A battle. Wildcats out and running. Taylor Stremlo with the no-look behind-the-head pass to Reagan Briggs, who lays it up and in. Briggs had a game-high 37 points. Wolves trying to come back and using the long ball to do it. Sofia Verissima rattles home the triple, but Verona just too much in this one. Maya Ellis comes up with the steal and dishes it to Stremlo. The future Hawkeye finished with 22 points. Wildcats moved to 5-0 with a 19-point win. Bucks taking on the Heat in Miami. Jump to the fourth. Deer down 3 with a little over 3 minutes to play. Not for long. Damian Lillard dials one up from deep to tie the game up. Dame time finished with 32 points and 9 assists. And then Chris Middleton closed the door on the Heat. He spins and wins for 2, and the Bucks advance to the quarterfinals of the NBA's in-season tournament with a 131-124 win. We're back after this.
And they're the best team.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken. Time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday extended event going on now. Join us for more unbeatable Black Friday-like deals store-wide while supplies last. Like over 65% off these velvet animal throws, just $7.99. Over 55% off this vacuum sealer starter kit, $49.99. Women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections half price. And get a free $15 gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan pet food. Don't miss your last chance to save with extended Black Friday-like deals at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Get 4 Arby's Classic Roast Beef Sandwiches for just $10. That's one for now, one after that, one to celebrate the first 2, and one more because that's how many 4 is. Arby's, we have the meat.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning, weekdays.
Well, snow isn't seen often in the Southwest, but that doesn't mean people living there can't embrace the holiday spirit. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, this tumbleweed snowman greets traffic on I-40. The city's flood control authority is responsible for this display. For the last 28 years, it comes out on the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
That's something you can do with tumbleweeds.
Now we found a purpose. Okay. Or we'll just send them some snow.
Well, we could use a little more of the real variety to get in the holiday spirit, but I think what snow that we have on the ground is probably going to melt over the next couple of days. Live view from Edgewater Skycam, clear out there right now. Temperatures are in the upper teens, closer to 20, closer to Lake Michigan, and then out toward Prairie du Chien. And our temperatures will actually start rising overnight. Right now, 19 in Madison, 19 in Middleton, 20 in Sauk City, and 20 in Edgerton. You factor in the winds, it's a little brisk out there. The wind chills are mainly in the single digits to around 10 degrees, but by morning, look for temperatures already be in the mid-20s. We'll look for high tomorrow, 41.
All right, bundle up. Okay, that's going to do it for us. Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.